Hello, my name is Andrei Kulikov, and I would like to tell you about one task that make the connection between API Gateway and trained SageMaker model. It is need for the task when you make a REST API gets an a request and want to get a response uh, for, from your browser or from your Postman program. I'll show it later. So the steps are the following. So first, I'll train the model in SageMaker Studio using Spot instance, build an API gateway endpoint for the REST API, deploy and test the API gateway, and test with API key with Postman. Here is a simple scheme. Um, and here are people to whom I give special thanks. Thanks. So as for machine learning, I have already made some steps. I'll show you. So I use Amazon SageMaker and a special thing there, very powerful SageMaker Studio. So I started the Python 3 kernel and made some commands on Python. Be careful. The very good thing in Studio is the following. You see what instances are running, and you see what files uh, appear. They all appear in your S3 bucket, special made for this project, but also you can see it from your studio. I could do it on a notebook here, but I decided to do it in studio. So here are the machine learning task is the following. We have a data set of of group length research project at the University of Minnesota, where we can use the sorry, we have the data set with 100,000 ratings by users on this amount of films, and our task is to send via API gateway user ID and item ID to get the predicted rating for them. So here are the data. Data is user ID, item ID, and rating. User ID. This is the film. This is user. Yes. Some genres. It's common for this file is the list of films and their genres, and users, the number, the age, and gender, occupation, and zip code. So I made these tasks. I'll send you the link on AWS where this script is do exist do exist. So common things: Python downloading the data set, some functions for data engineering. So our uh, parameters are with which we shall work are user and movie, and we shall get back we shall get back the rating. So some data engineering, some graphs. It's not the goal of this video to go deeper in machine learning. So here is the hyperparameters, 10 epochs, a regression task using activation function TANH tangents, and here is the special thing using spot instance. It will save money. So here is the teaching of this model. Okay, 10 epochs, the best. And while teaching here, it was seen here. So now it is completed, but it was in progress after. Here is the one important thing. So the saving with spot is 73%. It's a good saving. So after training, the model appeared here, appeared endpoint configuration and endpoint itself. So we can delete this endpoint because it costs money, and start it later using endpoint configuration. So after teaching, we deployed the model, and that is all for this script. We shall turn off the notebook. We do not need it. Okay, thank you. The next step is to interconnect this with API Gateway. API Gateway. For this task, we have to do the following things. We have to, first of all, make a special rule for the API Gateway. It's done in IAM service. The role I've called, it is done for especially for API Gateway, the name any you like, and you have to add inline policy to the role, where in which you can allow the action on SageMaker invoke endpoint. We shall use this ARN of this role later in API Gateway. So let's start with the gateway itself. We use REST API, new API, my name ML API. Wait, sorry. Regional. So first of all, we going to make a resource. Yes, we shall call it predicted ratings. And sorry, and we shall do another a resource named user ID under the predicted ratings resource. A resource path will be this, and a resource name will be this. It's important to do it correct. So it's all right. Then we shall get we shall make a get method get. We shall use AWS service. Origin is this SageMaker runtime. HTTP as post use path override, and here we have to do the following. We have to write this 1 second and put here the SageMaker endpoint name, this one. And the execution role. That's all. So after that we have to as for API, it's make a request to the SageMaker endpoint, and the endpoint makes a response. We have to do some mapping templates. For that, we go to integration request, mapping templates, never add application JSON, and put the following code here. Save. And also we have to yes, first of all we shall test how it works. So here we shall put some value and items. The value is our user ID, and items are our films. and test. So the response tells us the scores of these items. Here's the full code, so it works. Now we have to make this to work with uh, with integration response. Here we uh, choose it, choose it, open mapping templates, application JSON, and add the code here and save. So and after that we have to deploy the API. New stage, version 1, and deploy. So we have to test. The data for testing is here. So here is the URL, and we shall put it here. And for example, we shall again invoke this data. I hope it will. Okay, so for another user, we shall get another data. So it works. What is not good? Anyone can request this data. We do not want this, and so we shall add some uh, authorization here. For that purpose, I used a special API keys, and here it is, and which is added to a usage plan. And here we shall add this usage plan to our API and its stage. And API we shall and it's okay. It is added here, and after that we have to make API key required to true here, and let's deploy. And we should get the error here. One second. Yes, after 10 seconds, it told me that it is forbidden. I'll close it and use a postman. So I'll put the link here. Here, just 1 second. Here is. I'll put the link here. Okay. It will give me a mistake. No. And no authentication. Forbidden. And if I check the API key and add it here, it will give me a result. Okay, it works. So you can make your API requests more security. So the goal of this experiment is fulfilled. Is after that I have to delete the endpoint because I don't want to pay money for that, and anytime I can make an endpoint using the endpoint configuration and my trained model. Okay. So I suppose that that is all. I'll find some more interesting topics and make some videos again. Thank you very much. Bye.